Next we have to study symbols of elements. How to represent the symbols. A symbol, as you all know, that it is a letter or a sketch or a thing which represents or stands for something else. എന്തെങ്കിലും റെപ്രസെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന ഒരു അബ്രിവിയേഷൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു നൊട്ടേഷനാണ് സിമ്പിൾ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, so symbols means, as you know, United Kingdom, how we represent in short form UK, Prime Minister, PM. Like that, for easy representation, for easy study of elements, we use symbols. So symbols of elements means it is only a representation of atoms. The symbols of atoms of elements അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എലമെൻസിൻ്റെ സിമ്പിൾ എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോൾ ഒരു ഉള്ളി റെപ്രസെൻറ്റേഷൻ. In olden days, Dalton was the first scientist to use the symbols to represent the elements in a short way. Dalton's symbols for the element represented the element as well as one atom of that element. ഒരു എലമെൻറ്റും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ആറ്റത്തിനെ റെപ്രസെൻ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ് ഡാൾട്ടൺസ് സിമ്പിൾസ് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തത്. ഡാൾട്ടൺസിൻ്റെ സിമ്പിൾസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നതെല്ലാം പിക്ചോറിയൽ റെപ്രസെൻറ്റേഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു. ഡാൾട്ടൺ സിമ്പിൾസ്, all these are pictorial representation. So in order to represent hydrogen, one circle with the center one dot. Then carbon, a shaded circle. Oxygen, a circle with no shading. Phosphorus, this is the symbol. Sulfur, iron, silver, lead, copper, gold, etc. is represented like this. These are all Dalton's symbols for the representation of element. But we know that by this representation or by this pictorial representation, we know that it is very difficult to draw and it is inconvenient to use. This Dalton's atomic or Dalton's symbols for elements were difficult to draw, or it is very inconvenient to use. So Dalton's symbols are only of historical importance. They are not used at all. Later, it was J.J. Berzelius of Sweden who proposed that the first letter or another letter of the name of an element can be used as its symbol. This idea led to the modern symbols of elements which we are using now. So Dalton's symbolic representation is not suited, or it is difficult and it is inconvenient to use. So it is only a historical importance. Later, some Sweden scientists, or Berzelius, one of the Sweden scientists, proposed some symbols to represent the element that we are going to study. The modern symbols of elements, we know that it is represented, each element is represented by a separate symbol, and the symbol of the element is the first letter and another letter of the English name or Latin name of the element. I think you have studied all these things in 8th standard. Then an agency, IUPAC. What is IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. It's an organization. They are the guided body. They are approving the symbols of the elements and they are the agency which are accepting these symbols. So they accepted these symbols, and now we are using is IUPAC symbols, which is discovered and approved by the international agency called IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. They only approves the names of the element. If you want to find some elements and put some symbols to or name to them, we have to get the approval of this agency. Okay, the abbreviation used for lengthy names of the elements are termed as their symbols. The symbol of an element is formed by writing only the first letter or first letter followed by the second or some other letter of English name or Latin name of the element. So how we are representing the symbols? Either we will write the first letter of their name. If it is already mentioned, then we will use the first letter and second letter of their names in English, or we will use the Latin names. This is the normal procedure following. ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെറ്റർ ആദ്യത്തെ ലെറ്ററോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫസ്റ്റ് ആൻഡ് സെക്കൻഡ് ലെറ്റർ ആദ്യത്തെയോ രണ്ടാമത്തെയോ ലെറ്റർ ഉപയോഗിക്കും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫസ്റ്റ് ആൻഡ് തേർഡ് ലെറ്റർ ഓഫ് ദ നെയിംസ്, ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെറ്ററോ തേർഡ് ലെറ്ററോ ഉപയോഗിക്കും. ഇതും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നതാണ് ലാറ്റിൻ നെയിംസ്. So let us study the symbols. All these things you have studied in lower classes. Some of the symbols: aluminum, argon, barium, boron, bromine, calcium. All these are symbols and these are the elements name. So aluminum, Al, argon, Ar, barium, Ba, boron, B, bromine, Br, calcium, C. So let us look how it is written. Aluminum means Al. So all the symbols are, the first letter will be a capital letter and followed letter will be a small letter. So not the point. First letter that you have to write in capital letter, but the second letter is the smaller letter. The chemical symbols of these are, you have to by heart. Aluminum, if you want to write aluminum, the first letter is A and the second letter followed is the small letter, that is N. Argon, it is Ar. Barium, it is written as Ba. Boron, B. Bromine, Br. Like this the elements are written. So if we want, how it is written? Hydrogen, the capital H. Since the hydrogen is having the letter H, we cannot write H for helium. So we use the second letter, that is He. Is it clear now? Hydrogen is written H. So helium we cannot write H. So followed letter H is written. Oxygen we are representing as O, but osmium already O is written, so it is followed letter OS. Nitrogen is written as N. Nickel is written as Ni, since it is the second letter is Ni. Neon is written as Ne. Neon is written as Ne. Carbon is written as C, but calcium is written as Ca, since already C is written for carbon. So Ca. Cadmium is Ca is already taken for calcium. So the third letter D is used and the answer is Cd. Okay, Cd. Cesium we are representing SCS. S. Sulfur, it is written as S. Silicon is written as Si, but scandium is written as Sc. Phosphorus, it is written as single letter P, but platinum we using PT, fourth letter, platinum, PT. But palladium, it is written as PD. Boron, it is written as B. Bismuth is written as Bi. Bromine is written as Br. Barium is written as Ba. Fluorine, F. Like that, we can represent the elements in their alphabetic order or the first or second letter of their name. Or second letter, if it is used, we use the third letter or fourth letter. In some cases, we use the Latin names of the elements. Latin names, there also we represent the first letter or second letter of their name. We will study that in the next class. So let us look some of the element. Hydrogen H, helium He, lithium Li, beryllium Be, boron B, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, potassium, calcium, and iron. These are the elements with their atomic mass that we will study later. Some of the elements and their symbol. So you have to by heart all these things. I will teach you more about these elements in the next class. Thank you.